I'm going to read my latest poem, which is called Phanes. Phanes being a god of the Orphic religion. I wrote this poem in the last week, and you might ask, who or what is the subject of the poem? It is, of course, about a person. There is a human figure at the heart of it, an actual person, a beloved. But behind this amazing person, and to some extent overlapping him, is another figure, an archetypal figure, a god. The two improbably merge, the human personality and body with the divine. This is a process which is not at all peculiar to myself. History, poetry, literature show us time and again that an actual living person can take on all the attributes of what Jung called the archetype. This is no place for me to discuss the merits or demerits of Jung's idea, but a simple explanation of the archetype, and especially of the archetype of somebody with whom you're in love, is that he or she is the sum total of all the experiences of love which you have had in your life, starting, of course, with one's parents, who are the people one first love, and building on that as one goes through life. We can call the archetype just an archetype, but it's as well to remember that gods, so-called gods, are also archetypes. So I've called this poem Phanes, being a god of the Orphic religion. Robert Graves, in his Greek myths, has this to say: some say that all gods and all living creatures originated in the stream of Oceanus, which girdles the world, and that Tethys was the mother of all his children. But the Orphics say that black-winged Night, a goddess of whom even Zeus stands in awe, was courted by the wind and laid a silver egg in the womb of darkness, and that Eros, whom some call Phanes, was hatched from this egg and set the universe in motion. Eros was double-sexed and golden-winged, and having 4 heads, sometimes roared like a bull or a lion, sometimes hissed like a serpent, or bleated like a ram. Night, who named him Erycepeus and Phaeton Protogenus, lived in a cave with him, displaying herself in triad, night, order, and justice. Before this cave sat the inescapable mother Rhea, playing on a brazen drum and compelling man's attention to the oracles of the goddess. Phanes created earth, sky, sun, and moon. But the triple goddess ruled the universe until her sceptre passed to Uranus. Phanes. Firstly, like music, then like melody, pure and simple in a major key. Running crystal water, or the sea softly breaking on a silver shore. Organ stops swelling more and more and more into an harmonious symphony with a choir of thousands, or of one lone whispering voice in a darkened hall, intoning words of potent poetry whose import is apparent to me alone. Happy, whatever calamity befall, what triumph sour. This the pinnacle hour, when everything is folded like a flower, drawing into its secret scented heart a past world newly found, a shining time of immanent beauty, which then expands again in doubled blossom, revealing at its axis iconic form to be a living wonder for all men. You're the alchemist. None else can turn base metals into gold, dull earth to rarest diamonds, rubies, pearls, whose beauty makes new beauty, exfoliates exquisite, brilliant flames of loveliness in sheaves and showers. In these ways you unravel whatever of me is bounded and discreet. With your magic gemstone, recreate that glittering world I'd thought was wholly lost. Set me down again in paradise.